The Declaration of Independence, Creating a New System by Matt Martin. Without a doubt, the Declaration of Independence is one of the most powerful documents in world history. Let's look at the reasons why. First, let's look at the old system. Throughout most of the world, for hundreds of years, if not thousands of years, a powerful ruling class of kings, queens, nobles, clergy, oligarchy had ruled and had attained most of the world's wealth and controlled all the power. They held the power for themselves. They kept it away from the working class and peasant class people. At the end of this system, in the 1600s, 1700s, powerful rulers in Europe used colonies all over the world to suck money and resources back for themselves and to enrich themselves, and did not give the people in these colonies, like our original 13 colonies, many rights or much say in what was happening in their own government. In this system, the rights come from the government, not from God. And this system really favored those in power and those who've always held power. Beginning in the 1700s, more and more of the colonists in America, or a few colonists in America, began to understand the system of government and understand the system of economics. And they understand that the system was stacked against them. They understood that most of the money and resources were going back to Britain, even though they are the ones doing much of the hard work here in the colonies. After they understood the system, some people were able to take advantage of it and rise to positions of prominence and wealth within the colonies and work well within the system of government that was in the colonies. However, a few of these people were selfless enough to challenge that system and plan for a better system that would favor more people and give people the true rewards for their actions. These people made plans. These were the early patriots. They made the plans and they began to take massive action towards their goal of a country that had more freedom, more democracy, more opportunity for themselves. You can imagine the fears they had to face as they were staring down the most powerful system in world history up until that point. The British were a superpower. For hundreds of years, they had ruled the world and controlled their people. To change this system would be a tremendous challenge and would take tremendous risk, but the patriots were ready to step up and create something new. The new system starts with the Declaration of Independence. It's outlined in the second paragraph of the Declaration of Independence. This system is based on the idea that rights come from God, not from a ruler, and that the rights of life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness will continue to be the guiding principles of a new country, and that people have these rights and they should not be taken away by the government, yet protected by that government. The government's job in this new system will be to serve and protect. If the government fails to do this, the people should replace the government. Replacing the government was a massive undertaking, taking on huge risks for the patriots. It began with protests particularly in the Massachusetts colony, in the Boston area, the Boston Massacre, Boston Tea Party, and eventually it will take on characteristics of violence at Lexington and Concord as Minutemen fight for their freedoms around Boston. People met from all over the colonies, but were not yet convinced that they should challenge the system completely. But by the time the Second Continental Congress met, the colonies agreed to unite in their opposition to the old system and to create a new system, a better country. Thomas Paine spread the ideas that it was just common sense to break away from Britain and start a new and better system of government, system of economics. And through 500,000 plus copies, his ideas were spread all over the colonies and eventually all over the world. The Declaration of Independence outlined the new map for the new system and the reasons why they were breaking away the old system. It also had people put their name in writing and commit to the process of change, the process for the betterment of a new nation. The fight for freedom was long and hard. At times it looked impossible that the Patriots would win freedom, but in the end they created a new nation. They created a new nation that was unlike any other, a nation based on democracy and freedom. Their first attempt at a new government failed. Their environment before them and their wanting to fight against that environment led to the Articles of Confederation, which did not have enough control to be effective. However, through a process of change, they eventually created the Constitution, which has been very effective. This new government, the Constitution, created a new system that was rigid enough to have some firm rules, but flexible enough through amendments to give people the freedom that they need and desire. to protect people's rights. The system is not perfect. It has major, major flaws, but it is perhaps the best form of government the world has seen up until this point, and was copied over and over again by nations all over the world. Therefore, not just affecting the people of the United States, but affecting people all over the world over time, inspiring others, having people longing for more freedom and democracy and their God-given rights. Luckily, our system is flexible and changeable because it is flawed, and there where we introduced amendments. Amendments have made our system better and better over time, and we must continue to try to improve our system as time goes on. What are the benefits of the Declaration of Independence? As I said before, it changes the entire world. It inspires not just the United States, but many successful countries all over the world, giving millions new freedoms. It added more freedom, more democracy, more success. And as I said before, it is not a perfect system, but it's the best system of government created so far. And the best thing about it is that it can be constantly adjusted, and that is necessary because the system is far from perfect. We must continue to adjust it. So now what? What is it for this generation of Americans? What is it for this generation of the changing world? We have to think about what systems are we a part of. Government systems, education systems, religious systems, family systems. The list goes on and on. Do they need to be adjusted? Do they need to be changed? Can they be changed? Do we have the courage to make our world a better place? Do we need to put new systems in place in this changing world? What are we willing to do for improvement? These are questions we must ask, and we must continue to change and evolve and make ourselves a better country, a better society, and a better world at large.